Here's the most obvious thing you'll notice first. It's 8-bit. Clearly these graphics are nothing compared to what they could do with modern systems, but I like this retro feel to it. Apart from it being 8-bit, there's an option to keep the sprite flicker on, so it would really emulate playing on the good old NES. Honestly, there isn't much to say here. You'll either like the old school graphics, or you won't. Personally, for me, I grew up playing Megaman like this, so I love it. All the classic sound effects are back. Everything from firing your buster, jumping, and getting hit are all there in their original state. The music is exactly what you'd expect as well. Catchy 8-bit Mega Man goodness. Bottom line though, this is just like the graphics. You either like the retro feel, or you won't. The game uses a total of 8 buttons. The D-pad, A, B, start, and select. Oh wait, sorry, that's using the original NES controller. Still, that holds true here. Use the D-pad, although the analog stick works as well, and only 2 buttons, one for jump and the other for fire. Start is used to bring up the status menu and to pick your weapons, while select is used for the game menu. The controls are great too, perfectly responsive, just the way you'd want them to be. As for the gameplay, it plays closest to Mega Man 2. You can't charge your buster and you can't slide, so that leaves you with jump and shoot as your only 2 options to get you through the stages. I know they're going for the original here, but the slide and charge are in most of the old games. This does annoy me, but not enough to really get to me. Oh boy, the difficulty certainly takes you back. You will die. A lot. Until you start to memorize the stages, that is. Once you spend enough lives, you'll eventually figure out how to clear the level. The same is true for the bosses. Eventually you'll figure out their pattern. The learning curve is very high though. This isn't like new games where they give you a tutorial level and ease you into things. No, this is right back to the NES days. You get thrown into the real levels from the start and it only gets harder from there. The game flow is exactly what you would expect. No surprises. 8 bosses to pick from the start, then of course the evil castle stages to clear afterwards. The bosses in this one are Concrete Man, Jewel Man, Hornet Man, Tornado Man, Plug Man, Galaxy Man, Magna Man, and Splash Woman. This isn't to say it's exactly the same as the originals though. A big difference is there's a shop. This ties into the newer ones. Your currency is bolts which sometimes drop from killing stuff, and you can find them laying around stages, normally in places you can't pick up without one of the boss's weapons. To wrap this all up, there are a bunch of extra modes you can play as well, and then you have challenges. Some of them are easy to complete, while others are almost impossible. So when you beat the game, there's always something else to shoot for. If you're an old school Mega Man fan, you probably already have it, but if you don't, then go get it. If you aren't, then I would still suggest you go check it out. There is a demo, so no worries about giving it a try. At the very least, you'll get a look into what the old days of gaming were like. Plus, it's only $10.